this week is all about chocolate. I didn't bring Willy Wonka, no. But I got Mike. Mike Scott, that's right?
Mike Scott is correct, yeah.
I present you Mike Scott with this amazing chocolate.
Thank you.
Oh, Mike, thank you very much for coming to the show. We met at a restaurant the other day, and you told me all your business about chocolate. You gave me some chocolate to try, and I did try. Did you try the chocolate, Dave?
No.
Oh, I did. Sorry.
Thanks for that.
Not sharing the wealth. I suppose keeping it all for yourself is a good sign.
Sure. Yeah. So I invited him to the show because I want you guys to understand his business, because it's amazing, the idea of just not only chocolate but also art, and I'm talking about fine chocolate mixed with a fun side as well. Tell us about it. First, before we go to the chocolate, tell us about you, because people want to know where you come from, what you about, all that. Tell us all.
So as you mentioned, my name is Mike Scott. I was a chef for about 13 years, and really through that journey and that process really got into pastry. And chocolate is obviously a large part of that, and I became quite obsessed with the workings of chocolate and how it works and what you can do with it. And I guess that, coupled with my sort of personality and some creativity, just brought me to the point I'm at now, which is making hand-painted, I would say artisan chocolates, but you know, everyone's an artisan.
He's hiding again. Tell me more about you, Mike. You told me that you had a band as well.
Yeah,
How exciting is that?
I used to play the drums.
When was that?
That was must have been my late teens, early 20s. So far too long ago.
Not far ago.
So 300, 400 years ago. But yeah, it wasn't all long hair and long beard, but yeah, it was a rock band.
What did you play? Did you sing? Or?
Drums. Oh, yeah, my singing voice is terrible.
To make some noise.
There we go. Yeah, I make a lot of noise. But yeah, so I guess.
What kind of music was?
It was rock.
Oh, I like rock. We like rock, don't we, Dave? We love a band rock.
Rock, a little bit of metal.
Oh,
yeah, it was good. I
can't see you doing that.
It was great. We should have set up some drums. Imagine that.
Later. We'll do some drums later.
But I guess, you know, I've always been a creative person, so the music side,
very
I
artistic,
like a lot of design.
Perhaps, isn't
it?
So what you bring to your chocolate is the artistic part that we see. It's
That's
not boring chocolate, isn't it? It's something more.
Anything but dull. That's one of my mantras in life. Yeah, I like it to be playful. That's the kind of point. If you're eating chocolate, it's a luxury, it's a treat, isn't it? So,
yeah.
You know, anything that's not mundane for me is going to work. So I like a lot of colour, a lot of vibrance, and then I hope anyway, it reflects in my chocolates with the flavour combinations, the textures, and some of the ideas and the concepts are all sort of more playful, but done in a really serious way. Like the science behind it, the method, I take very seriously. I want it to be high-end in terms of flavour.
It does look like high-end and taste as well. I did taste. Do you have one there, Dave, to test in the box? This is how I saw you got your what do you call packaging? Looks very nice as well, because you put some of your
do some ribbons and stuff like that.
Yeah, the art of your chocolates is all. Guys, I'm not joking. Look at this. Oh, I think if you can see that. Or maybe this one, perhaps. Or this one. Look at that. Oh, goodness.
Oh, no, it's jumped out of the box.
Sorry.
That's a shame,
Oh, my goodness, we have to eat that. Guys, this is an art, isn't it? So beautiful, shiny, and looks like a piece of art, for real. Let me try. I don't... Oh, my God. Oh, my.
That is a salt caramel, I believe.
Oh, my God. This is the kind of you like as well, Dave. Sorry, guys. So tell me more about it. So you starting do that? Where is the company started? How long? Eat the chocolate?
So really, I sort of was doing this seasonally. I taught myself the ins and outs. There's a lot of trial and error. Trust me, and it can get quite expensive. But I was just doing it seasonally. So Christmas is a good time. Valentine's, Mother's Day, Easter, obviously. And so for sort of maybe the last 5 years. That's all I was really doing. I was sort of dipping in and dipping out, wanting to progress it. But obviously those bigger seasonal times of the year is where you can make that work.
How do you combine this? I know you're also chefing and sign some menus as well from other restaurants. How you do both? Do you sleep sometimes?
Sometimes, not a huge amount. I don't know. You get as you get older, you get better at your time management and working out where to fit these things in. You know, this is one of my biggest challenges at the moment. Is how do you take one foot out of the work you're doing, that's sort of your bread and butter, for example, to step and grow and grow and grow and move forward. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I'm in that phase of trying to go, right, this is just all I do full time.
Your biggest challenge so then is the timing, isn't it? Put everything together. Are you married? Do you got?
No, in a relationship but not married.
Okay.
No kids.
Okay.
So I kind of have,
I would say, quite
a lot of freedom. Yeah. I've got time and apparently excuses as well.
So you said your big challenge is timing, so managing everything. So what do you think is your biggest accomplishment on the business already?
To be honest, in terms of like scale and volume, for Mother's Day, I did like 500 boxes for an e-commerce site, which is by far the most volume I've ever made. And obviously I do this myself, so you've got to make the chocolates, then you're building the packaging and the designing and the branding and all that stuff. So to kind of get that done.
So you do everything on the business, so the design, the branding, everything. Well done. It looks really good.
It was a long couple of weeks, but we got it done.
That is why good, isn't it? You should your personality reflect on your work as well.
I like to think so.
That is good. But what you mentioned as well, that is a serious thing because you take very serious. You want a high-end chocolate.
Yeah,
it's not
absolutely.
One more chocolate. And also you put the twist of the fun side as well. I like that idea. You're going to teach me some stuff to do today.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm going to do my artwork. I'm so sorry about that, guys.
We'll paint something that looks exactly like your dress.
Oh, thank you. You like my dress?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, this dress is from a shop. I bought the dress from a shop called NV Her. Do you know about Hazelnut Warwick?
Oh, as in NVH?
Yeah.
So when you say it, it sounds like Envy Her, and now I've just got it.
I think this is what they want to say, isn't it? It's Envy Her because they are also dressing me. This is the ring. They gave me the ring as well. The earring.
Very nice.
Earring. Can you see, Dave?
Looks like a chocolate. You look like one of his chocolates.
This is what she said to me. I went there. Sharon, thank you very much for the dress, for the earrings. Look at that. So she look at this chocolate here.
There you go. I mean, it's almost a match.
Look at this. Goes well together. What do you think, Dave? Don't. I'm not.
Sharon and I actually teamed up for this whole thing.
Yes, for sure.
We've been talking for weeks.
Do a collaboration with her. Envy Her, she's dressing me now for the show. Thank you very much, guys. What about you're locally? Are you locally?
Yeah, so I live in Coventry now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was born and grew up in Kenilworth, and I've moved around quite a bit.
When you because you're a chef, when you go out for eating in Warwickshire, because we want to empower the independent. This is the intention of the show.
Yeah.
Is to empower the independent food industry. When you go out to eat, where do you go to eat in Warwickshire? Independent one.
So I've got a few here, and I'm quite a stern critic when it comes to it, especially when there's a Sunday roast. But actually, I believe they were a previous guest of yours, the Woodsman in Stratford. The roast
we need
dinner.
To go there. We didn't book yet.
Honestly, the roast dinner, we went there, and I was suckered in by an Instagram post because generally I'd never heard of them before. And it shows the sharing roast and the wood fired ovens and the coals, and I was like, right, we're going.
Apparently, it's not on the plate; it's in the
Yeah,
plate.
on a sharing board.
And I like that idea.
It's done quite simply. It's not a load of frills, but every single thing on there is cooked beautifully.
Greg is a very good chef.
It was fantastic. I tried banh mi for the first time a few weeks ago for a little crispy pork sandwich. That was great.
Jo is amazing. I call her Jo because she told me her name was Jo, and then she told me, no, my name is Taudi. Sorry, Jo, if I say your name wrong. I know it's Tau something. Taudi. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm very bad with names.
Well, my name's actually Derek, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. Don't play that. I do messed up with names.
And I think dinner. I'm a big fan of Oscars.
Oh yeah.
They do. There's proper cooking in that kitchen. It's uber seasonal, and just I think
we want them here in the show. We're negotiating. They're not going to be in the show. I want them to tell their story as well because they are part of Aubrey Allen as well. It's the same people, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think we are already advertised Aubrey Allen on our website because when I do my beef stroganoff, I like to buy the steak from them.
Yeah, good choice.
It's really nice, really nice. Yeah, I want Jamie,
yeah.
Jamie's the head chef, isn't it? Jamie, come on. We want you here.
Come on, mate. Sort it out, Jamie.
Yeah. So you used to work there as well a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I've done a bit of work with those guys. It's always a fun kitchen to go into.
What we have other day, Dave, there was the creamy mushroom with black truffle, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious. I love truffle.
In fact, I made that for you.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That was delicious. I wish you could. Can we do that as well? Right. So you like me. I like to eat in different places, different things that I'll fancy that day.
Yeah.
So sometimes I can't choose one because I love everything. That's the problem.
I'm very impulsive as well, so I'll have an idea, then I'll just sidetrack and go, oh, let's go there instead.
Do you have a favorite cuisine now?
No, I mean, clearly I love all food, but I mean, Italian is one of the all-time greats.
Oh.
French, I mean, I really love British. We have the best ingredients when they're in season anywhere. They're fantastic.
Yeah, I think British is very welcome to all the cultures. I think what we miss in Brazil, for example, is we don't have a curry. We do have some curries, but my first curry that I ate from Indian was in Brazil, was in England.
Yeah.
So we don't have
that. We love
that.
a curry in England.
Yeah, I love a curry. I do. I got addicted as well.
But yeah, Southeast Asian food, I mean, it's all good stuff. It's great.
I love that. So do you have a chef that you look up to?
Plenty.
So tell about the chef of the food, and then tell me the chocolate chef that you think there is.
Okay,
one.
so chef.
Not Willy Wonka.
No. I prefer non-fictional chefs.
Okay.
It's easier to get their material that way. So chef, I'd probably have to say Daniel Clifford from Midsummer House.
Yeah.
I went and ate there for my 30th birthday, and it's the best meal I've ever had.
Really? What did you have? Remember?
Like a 10-course tasting menu, so it would take a while to go through.
Oh.
But the sort of theatre of it, it's not a stuffy plate either. Like it's quite relaxed. It's like, my birthday's in July, so the sun's out. You're taken to the garden for your first drinks, and they send out like a few little snacks and treats. And honestly, the whole thing, start to finish, for me was just the epitome of what hospitality is supposed to be.
Yeah.
We felt comfortable, we were looked after, it wasn't too attentive. The food, obviously incredible, all the drinks and the little things. They bring out chocolates of their own.
Do they?
At the end of the meal, and these bottero, the massive like pastries wrapped in this little blanket, and they really are totally unnecessary.
Are you getting commission from that?
I'm not, actually, no. I've never even met him. But honestly, the place is amazing.
It's amazing.
It's absolutely incredible.
Oh, I want to go there. What's the name again?
Midsummer House.
Oh, Dave, we need to go there. My husband.
Incredible.
We have David and now we have a date. And that day that we went there to when you cook for us was a dating time. So we have every Friday we try to have a dating time. After we have kids, you're gonna know that one day. Wait.
We'll see.
You need to book to go to see each other.
Well, fortunately, worst case, I can just cook at home and we're good.
Yeah. So, Mike, tell us what you're going to cook for us today.
We're going to keep it nice and simple. We're going to make a hazelnut praline ganache.
Oh, so I know you're going to teach us how to do the filling and the chocolate.
We're going to go through how to do the painting. Let's have a little bit of fun.
I'm excited about that.
You and I are going to have a little paint. And then a little quick bit about the tempering process of the chocolate. Shelling it, so basically creating the structure.
Yeah.
We're going to make a filling.
Yeah.
That's going to go in there and then cap it off, and then they're all done. How
did you come with this recipe? Because perhaps there's so many chocolate people selling chocolates over there. What you think is your chocolate special that is different? What is your signature that makes a difference?
I mean, for me, it's about my personality going into the product. So, for example, I've just said hazelnut, which is obviously with chocolate. It's a marriage made in heaven. And there you can find hazelnut chocolates everywhere.
We have one here.
This is a hazelnut and almond praline, so it's quite similar.
And what my dress one?
That's a malt chocolate in your dress. But, you know, I do like toffee apple crumble or hot chocolate and marshmallow, little sort of playful things.
Keep talking.
There you go, you enjoy yourself, which are maybe a bit off the beaten track, but they're not going to scare you in any way. And this is where my chef background comes in, because I can balance the textures, balance the flavors, and make sure that works on a taste level because of my experience. And then, you know, we get to have a bit of fun and splash some coloured cocoa butter around for painting.
And it's not like overpower sweeting. Because what bothers me with chocolates, like I got lots of chocolates, hotel chocolates, whatever chocolate, but I think I found it very heavy sweet.
Yeah.
And this is like perfect.
Well, you have a lot. Obviously, it depends on the chocolate you're using.
Well.
Yeah. So it's not. It's slightly coarse in there. Yeah. So I mean, with the sweetness, and you're right. You know, it depends what you're trying to achieve. Sometimes, for example, I used to do a raspberry and white chocolate one when I first started, and you've got all that really intense raspberry. But because if you're going to demolish a box of chocolates, which is what I hope everybody does, right? 10 seconds after it's opened, they're gone. That's my aim. But the
God,
white chocolate cleans your palate.
I'm not joking. This is so good. Who knows me knows how I don't have a sweet tooth. You don't as well.
No, not at all.
But this is another level. You need to try the hazelnut. It's something. I'm out of words.
You're lost for words. That's my job done, I think.
Oh my God, it's so good. Oh, with a cup of tea as well.
There you go.
It's amazing
They
combination.
work for many different times of the day.
Delicious. Continue what you think. So then you come to this recipe, and so you're always creating as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
Perhaps.
I mean, I can't turn my brain off. It's a blessing and a curse. So I'm always looking at things. If I walk down the street, I'm seeing different colours. I see things that might work. You know, we're bombarded with information these days, aren't we? So you're always going to be able to draw things. You know, just wanting to create all the time kind of keeps your brain in that mindset. So you're always thinking about stuff, even if I'm doing something else. I'll make a mental note and go, actually, I want to try that later, and how can you make that work? And then once you're working with the flavors, you've got the techniques. So for example, are you going to do, let's say you're going to do a raspberry and dark chocolate. Are you going to do one raspberry and dark chocolate ganache? Is there going to be any crunch in there? Are you going to do maybe a jelly in one layer, and then something like a white chocolate, for example, clean that off? And I'll be honest, there's worse ways to do food development than messing around with big bowls of chocolate and alcohol and sweet stuff.
Oh my God.
You know, there's harder days in the office.
We thought about we do a collaboration about a Brazilian chocolate. Brazilian chocolate, the what's the name of the thing that I gave to the recipe for a magazine? Brigadeiro.
Yeah.
I think it's just nostalgia, because the chocolate that goes involved is not like, but you can make a good one.
Yeah.
I think you will make something really special. And my favorite is chocolate, they call prestigio, which is chocolate and coconut together.
Yeah.
On lots of condensed milk.
All the good stuff.
So you do, and then I think if you do something similar to that, called Brazilian chocolate, that'll be amazing.
I'll do you a deal. I'll go away. I'll think about it. I'll come up with a recipe, and I'll make some for you.
We can cook together this. So I think I'll show you the Brazilian way, and then say, I can improve that, because I think it's quite unique thing. It's not unique. It's very, it's quite good actually. It's really good, but I think you can make it taste better because your techniques.
If you're going for the nostalgia, then it's quite important. If you're refining something, because anyone can bring something a bit more up to date or go, I'm going to throw the best ingredients in the world.
I think you would refine it.
But if you lose that nostalgia, you've lost the point of doing it in the first place. So as much as we could work on it, if it doesn't give you the same feeling, then we failed. So that's the most important thing.
If you give me this feeling, I'm happy.
Okay, we're good then.
With this feeling, I'm happy. So we're going to talk about the collaboration later. Well, I'll come with something new for you. We're going to talk about more. So what's your aim goal? Like, what's your goal?
To be honest, quite simple. What I want to do is I want to grow this business. I'm not talking potentially, huge world domination,
Why not?
having worked on sort of increasing volume, right? The more automated you have to make things and this, that, and the other. I would rather pay 10 people to be expressing themselves with the paint and stuff like that. Obviously, like I said before, I take the flavours and the fillings very seriously, so that is locked in.
Yeah.
But I'd rather do that than just have machinery do everything.
Yeah.
And me sit there
special,
going, I'm not doing this anymore. This is a good day for me making these. I don't do this thinking, oh God, I've got to get up and do this, make chocolates again.
Oh,
I mean,
so you got passion.
What a world that is to live in. What do? I make chocolates every day. That's great stuff, right? And so I find, if I'm doing that on a larger scale, let's put it that way, and I can develop my portfolio. I've just launched chocolate bars that I've just started making, and I was looking for the mold for it for 4 years. They're 20 centimeters long. They're big. I get to put 3 or 4 different layers and textures into each one, because it's the same sort of style of what I want to do.
Yeah.
If I can branch out into different things, and again, because the way my brain works, in whatever the hell I decide to do at the time, is going to be what I become obsessed with the next 3 months, and bring all that stuff together and have a body of work to sort of look back on. And the more people that I get to feed with these chocolates that have the reaction that you've just had, I'm lost for words. I saw you tearing up a little bit. You were loving it, right? That makes me happy. Right? That makes me happy.
We're having complications with my eyelashes. I'm crying. We said it was a go emotion of the chocolate.
Exactly. That's 100% what it is. It's the chocolate.
Oh my goodness, I miss you, Naomi, so much. My makeup artist. I had to do my makeup by myself today. Thank God this mic doesn't bother me.
It's because I've got her making chocolates and mine.
So, I think your chocolate is similar. What reminds me, Dave, you're going to say if I'm wrong. Do you remember when in Brazil we got a company called Copenhagen? It's Copenhagen, what do you guys say? Copenhagen. In Brazil, in Portuguese, it's Copenhagen. And it's a very handmade chocolate, but high end as well. So I think your chocolate reminds me that, and it's really like perfect combinations and all that. And I think you could do something like this here as well. Like it would be
that'd be nice.
I don't think they grow on the point that just like factories, something like this. Maybe now, but they still that pride of being. They pride or proud, Dave? Pride, proud.
Proud of it. Have pride.
Oh, have pride. Yeah, pride, proud, and.
Is that like a rewind noise?
Yeah.
We're back again.
They proud of what they create.
Yeah.
And I think is what I can see you've got lots of passion. You said everything that you do with love, everything you put love to do, and you don't feel like it's I need to do this now. It's the same with me with the show. I got pleasure to do this. I love to be with having people around, having the guests, and knowing about their stories. I'm really interested for real.
Well, for
me,
that's how you make a business succeed. Yes, you need to know your numbers. You need to have your controls in place. So it's a business at the end of the day, but the passion and the flair and the excitement, and it's infectious, and you just work out how do you put that across to your customer.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, you're onto a winner.
So that leads me to the next question. What, in your opinion, make a successful business?
So for me, they're total polar opposites. You need the passion, and then you need discipline and organisation.
Yeah.
So it's usually why business partners would work quite well together.
Yeah.
So I'm the guy that dreams up these ideas and wants to run at 100 miles an hour at an idea. And then fortunately for me at the moment, there's also this nagging noise in the back of my mind going, okay, but how much is it going to cost? How are we going to do it? What's the logistics? How do we make it work? Is it scalable? Is it sustainable? How are we going to put the nuts and bolts together?
I think you have the spirit of entrepreneur spirit. You're like me.
No, I just need someone to hold the reins.
You just sometimes, the entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. I born entrepreneur, I think, because 12 years old, I had my mom. I said, Mom, I want that sandals, and she said, no, I can't. I can't buy that. Cannot afford that. So I went to the farm, which I'm coming from the farm, and I said, Grandma, I'll help you to water the plants, and the plants was the vegetables, okay? And then she gave me the vegetables, and I made a little tent in front of my house because I know people pass in front of my house to go to the big shop. So here we go. I washed the mango. That was funny. I washed the mango and passed oil to shine to make them pretty. So
these are the money mangoes.
This is entrepreneurial. I was 10, 12 years old. Entrepreneuring. I think I can see that on you as well. They're going for things. David hold me a little bit to say, no, just slow down. What you call is load your horses. Slow your horses.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses. Slow your horses.
The end result's the same.
They
will be slower.
So very nice to have you here with us. And I always end the show now, as a suggestion with a friend. Our last guest throw a ball to you, which is a question, and you can throw the ball as well to someone else to the next one. Matt's gonna put the question that she's gonna Sophie Page, the cake maker lady, luxurious cakes. She made you a question. She threw the ball to you.
If you weren't doing what you do now in your career, can you see yourself doing anything else? If you had a second career,
Your answer is, come on.
I think it's a very easy one. I'd be a drummer.
You'd be a drummer.
Yeah, I'd be touring the world in my rock band, living that life. It was great fun back in the day, and I'd do it again in a heartbeat.
We got something here, some instruments there. Should we do it? Starting now.
A little ba-dum-psh at the end, yeah.
What would you be, Dave? What would you do if you were not a photographer and videographer?
I'd probably go into comedy or acting.
What about DJ? Comedy.
I think the music,
He is a clown.
Because we've been talking about corpsing, so you think, so I'll get into that.
Dave is a clown or cloud? Cloud.
A clown or a cloud?
Clown.
Oh, clown. That is the word, not cloud. Cloud is in the sky.
See the funny in
Not
that.
cloud. Yeah, David makes the best joke ever. Well, I laugh at this joke.
Yeah, that's the main thing, You got to judge the laugh, though. I get a few of those. I get actual laugh and some tears of laughter, and then I get a... That's suspicious. Yeah. It's not all going to be gold.
So I think I would think I would be, I don't know, singer. I love singing, but I don't like
What's
singing.
your karaoke go-to? What
I
song
love
you sing?
karaoke. I love a karaoke. In my head, I'm singing like amazing.
All the time.
Not what the people reaction is different.
But what's your tune?
Yeah, what's your song? What's your song? You only allow one song to sing at karaoke. What are you going to go for?
Oh, that is dangerous. I wish I could sing like Whitney Houston. So I go to the lower notes, very good, and then we get to the biggest notes, and I don't have that. I don't have that
All
range.
the glasses start breaking. There's drinks everywhere.
Editor Matt here, sorry to interrupt the show. B, I've got something for you right now. Check out this.
At least now I can speak English. Well, I think I do sometimes.
Yeah, your English is fine.
But before, when we met, I just realized that I was singing completely wrong English in Brazil, and was, I hope there is no record of me singing.
I mean, it's not easy if you don't know the language. There's that video, isn't
It's
there?
what you hear.
Of the woman, it's like America's Got Talent or something, and she's doing...
Kelly.
Exactly. And the thing
That
is,
was me!
And the,
I should have told you that was me!
I think it's funnier when they put the subtitles there. 'Cause you go, okay, right, now that's all I can hear. I knew I recognised you.
I know, I was trying to do, I did.
I thought you hit the high notes pretty well, though.
But I tell you, I think singing is quite good. I love to sing in church, and I always did. But I think we finished our interview today, and I'm very, very excited about what comes next.
Yep, this is the fun
The
part.
cooking part, and me doing the crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be near as good as you because
No, you wait till you see it. It's easier than you think.
So I want to say thank you very much for your time and sharing
me.
your story with us. And thank you, Dave. Thank you, Dave. Clap your hands for my guys. Woo-hoo!
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So now I'm in the kitchen with Mike, and before we start to cook, I want you guys to follow him on Instagram. Can you tell us where we find you? Because before we start to cook, you guys are gonna be amazed. This chocolate, guys, it's amazing. It's amazing. So where we find you?
Very kind of you to say. It is at Scott's Chocs. So at SCOTTSCHOCS. Instagram is where I'm at the moment before I launch my Shopify site, which will be coming very soon. So keep your eyes peeled.
Keep eyes open, isn't it? Keep eyes open on the things. You guys are going to see what we're going to be cooking, and you're going to be amazed. If you want to go to his Instagram and see loads of them, because today we're going to cook one flavor, but there is thousands more. There's loads more. So you guys are going to go there and check it out, and let's cook. Shall we start it? Let's do it. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Now we're going to stitch. How are we going to do now, Mike? We're going to see. We already got something ready. What is that?
So this is a hazelnut praline ganache inside a milk chocolate shell. This is our little blue Peter moment, if that's ready to finish off.
It's already painted. It's already coated, and then now we're just gonna like close up, make the bottom of the chocolate.
So we call it capping. It's essentially
capping.
it stops all the filling falling out, which is really helpful.
Okay, so should we do that?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is we've got some of our tempered chocolate here.
How much chocolate we have that to make this quantity here? Do you know more or less the quantities that we go for?
More or less. So each shell, in terms of the structure and the outside, it's about 7.5 grams of chocolate.
Okay.
Well, I say about. That's quite specific.
Yeah.
So 32 of those. You're looking at about, what, 250 grams? My math is awful.
I don't do maths. I don't do maths. You guys make the count there how to do it.
If you've got 500 grams of chocolate for a a tray like this, that's going to cover you for your shells and what you need to put into your ganache.
Yeah.
So
When they sell shelves, guys, it's just putting, not shelf like in the sea, but these ones, you see? You're going to fold this up, the little holes with chocolate, empty, then let's be like that little, we call in Portuguese casquinha, the chocolate thin, like a little ball, like shell. Yeah, let's do it. So now we're gonna do we melt this chocolate on the microwave or on the.
So you can do either. Personally, I do it in the microwave. Usually from raw chocolate, you'll do 30-second bursts of heat.
Yeah.
The whole point is you want to seduce chocolate. You don't want to cook it too high. You wouldn't put it into just a pan, for example, because it would burn.
It'll cook, yeah.
And once it's melted, you want that to be between 40 and 45 degrees.
Okay.
So 40 to 45. What I then do is add some more cold chocolate, uncooked chocolate, into it. That's called seeding.
Okay.
And basically, the heat of the warm chocolate is used to melt that chocolate. So it brings the temperature down, but using chocolate itself. So it's sort of chocolate on chocolate, if you will.
Oh, fantastic. Love that.
Once that goes down to sort of about 28, 29 degrees, you then bring it back up again, which you can do in the microwave. You bring that back up to 31. You're ready to use.
Ready to use.
And that's how you get that gloss and that shine and that snap when you're eating it. Which again allows you to have, like you say, a wafer thin shell because you're still going to get that snap of the chocolate.
Fantastic. This is really good. So what we're doing now?
What we're going to do, I'm going to be quite rough with this.
Yeah.
What we're going to do, normally you can do piping bags if you've got them or spoon it out. I'm just going to
shove it on top. Don't worry about the messing because I can
dribble
lick it afterwards.
On top. Pretty much fill each cavity.
Oh, okay.
At the bottom here, there's not a huge amount of space to fill anyway. So I'm using a little bit more chocolate than I need to in each one.
Okay, whatever left over, you're just going to scrape it out, isn't it?
Yeah. You've got to get to a point where there's not a lot of wastage here. So, this bowl, you can clean it out onto a piece of greaseproof paper. And because it's tempered, it will reset again. And then you can break it up, put it into your storage, into a Tupperware, anything like that. And you've got it to use again. So, we're going to do the magic tap.
Okay.
So, you bring it up, give it a little tap. And what that's going to do, you see these little bubbles coming up here?
Yeah.
You've got these air bubbles. What you don't want them inside the chocolate. So, you tap that, and they all...
Pay attention on that, it's good.
Start to come to the top.
Yeah, I can see, and then
all we're going to do, one fell swoop, is...
Just that.
Clean that off.
Oh, so sorry about that.
Oh, that's a shame. There's a little bit of excess.
Oh, it's so nice.
And then right there, they're all capped.
So now you're going to put in the fridge.
Ready for the fridge.
20 minutes, you
About
said?
20 minutes to half an hour tops.
Just until get hard, isn't it? You need to
Yeah.
get hard to not the, okay, fantastic.
And then they're done.
So now we're starting the process already, right, Mike?
Yep.
So what the next step is, we're gonna show you guys the process how you do at home.
Yeah.
Perhaps because we show you how, because we've got one ready here, so we're gonna want to show the end product for you. So we already started on the end. So now we're gonna start at the beginning. So let's do this. So what we do first when we're doing at home? So we're gonna do.
So firstly, we want to make sure our mold is clean.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously. And what I use is some just standard.
To take makeup off?
Yeah, exactly.
Ah,
Cotton
okay.
wool pads, right? So just get it in there with my finger and give it a little rub around.
Okay.
And what that does, it just buffs anything out. So it helps create a
Okay.
little bit more shine.
Yeah.
It puts the mold in the best state it can be to
Okay.
start.
Okay. So you already did this to all of them
yeah,
already,
so that's
isn't
all
it?
done.
Clean up. Then what we do now? My God, the funny thing.
Well, then we do the fun bit, right?
The fun part. So,
So this
what
is-
is this? What will we that? If you want to do it by this at home, what
So
would...
what we've got here, what you want to be Googling is coloured cocoa butter. Okay?
Coloured cocoa butter.
There are a few different brands, but I mean, so for example, I know for a fact you can get it off Amazon. That's quite accessible,
Yeah.
easy. Next day, so you can start straight away.
You said to me this is a Brazilian one that does this.
These are signatures of a pastry chef sort of hero of mine who still
And he's
how he does it.
Brazilian.
Yeah. He's fantastic, and I still have no idea how he does half the things he does.
So that is his color. What you call again? Color?
It's like a signature collection.
Oh my God, it's shining.
What you can do, obviously, is you can buy in obviously all your standard colours.
Yeah.
But you can make your own. Obviously, you can
Okay.
lighten things up by adding a bit
Yeah.
of white, darken them. You can mix yellows, and you can basically go back to
After
school
we
and
paint,
start
it's
making
gonna look
colours.
like that.
Yeah.
Look.
So a little bit of white, a little bit of gold, a little bit of blue.
Are you sure you trust me to do that?
Yeah, this is all you.
Okay.
So first thing you want to do with this, we've melted this. Now this cocoa butter comes already tempered.
Okay.
So you're not looking to boil it, you just need to remelt it.
Okay.
And then we dip the brush and just dab on the side. See how that's running down there?
Yeah.
What you don't want is that happening inside your mold.
Okay.
So then we're going to just use a finger and we're going to make a bit of a mess. Yeah.
Gee
This is where we
whiz.
put a plastic shield up for you.
Oh, my dress.
And we're just going to tap and it's going to go everywhere. But essentially we've got that white now splattered
Okay,
on the
splattered
inside.
there.
Right? This is where you're up.
Oh my goodness me.
You're going to go white first. Whatever you want, you're working in reverse, essentially. So whatever
Okay,
you want,
so you do this.
yeah, give it a little tap
On
off the excess.
Tap on the excess.
And then you're going to
Is
use
that
a
good?
strong finger to tap that now.
Oh God, no. Is that all right?
There you go, that'll work.
Sugar
There you go,
lump.
and you've got your own little splat.
Oh, I got a splat there, guys. Oh, that's cool. What else now?
So essentially after that, what you would do in between each colour you want to add on is you'd let that set. Right? Okay. But what we can do is go with a little bit of gold. In fact, you can do all of this. Right?
Oh my
then
God.
just go for your life. Just put on as much or as little. No, you don't even have to
No.
splat. You can paint inside there now. As little or as much as you like. It's all entirely down
Okay.
to you. That's the beauty of it. And there are a lot of techniques here. You know, you can put a glove on, use your finger to do swirls, paint brushes, spray guns. I use quite
So
a
be
lot.
creative.
Airbrushes.
Just be
Yeah,
creative,
be
isn't
creative.
it?
Go for your life. So then, yeah, a little bit of blue.
What we do, the same with the gold.
Anything you like, yeah. Fill in the gaps. You can swirl it around. You can swirl them together. You can do a couple of little dabs. The world really is your oyster when it comes to this. This is why this is probably one of the most sort of expressive parts of the whole process, because you can come up with as many colour ideas as you like, and any patterns you like. You know, you can find weird and wonderful ways to do things. I've seen
Oh, I love
people
it. I love this. I'm gonna do
make-
with the kids.
make little rings and stuff by heating up piping bag nozzles and touching it to melt the cocoa butter off, so it looks exact. There's you know, there's an endless possibilities
I love
of
the way
what you
you
can do.
Yours is quite cool.
Yeah, you're making me look bad already. You know that. So
Look
we'd
at the back,
let that
how it
set.
looks like ours.
We'd let it set, and then it'd be ready to
So
fill
we
with
better
chocolate.
fill up chocolate. So let's set this one, and then they look, after they're ready, they look like that. That looks amazing. As that setting, we're gonna do the filling.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what we're filling we do today?
So really nice and simple. Doing a hazelnut ganache.
Yeah.
We're going to make the ganache first, and then I've got some roasted hazelnuts that are chopped
So you
to
got
add
that.
through it. So that's why the one you ate earlier, that's where you get that
Let's see
texture
there.
from.
This is the.
So all I've done there, you can buy hazelnuts chopped from like your local
Okay.
shop. What I've done is I've done whole hazelnuts, I've roasted them, and then what I've done is
Oh
just
my God, you're
blended
good.
them down with like a standard like home processor.
How much is here?
That's quite a lot because I do quite a lot of these. That I would think there's 500 grams of nuts in there, but that'll
Okay.
do way more than what we need today.
Okay, so let's crack on and doing our filling.
Now I'm not going to use all that.
Yeah.
I think we'd end up using about 100 grams. Again, it's down to your own personal taste.
Yeah.
You can have it quite a smooth filling with a bit of that in there,
Yeah.
or you can have it jam packed.
I like you the way you do.
Yeah, so there's
You
a bit
can
of
feel
texture
it.
when you bite
You
it.
can
Yeah.
you can feel it. So what we do, what else we have here?
So we've got some double cream. That
How
can
much
go
is-
straight into the pan.
So how much is that?
So there is 125 ml.
125 ml.
This
Sugar?
is isomalt sugar.
Yeah.
So it's an inverted sugar. It just affects the texture a little bit, but you can absolutely use caster sugar at
Okay.
home, absolutely. So
So-
the sugar and the cream we'll put into the pan. So we've got 125 mils of double cream here. That can go
Yeah.
straight in.
Yeah, do you want a little? Look, I got my pink one. Goes
you
with
go.
my dress. And it's
So we've got a unicorn on it.
Yeah, unicorn.
Scotland's national animal.
so let's
Then,
scrape everything.
yeah, let's scrape all that out, get that unicorn to work.
Sorry, Dave, I'm giving you the back of the thing. Okay.
Then actually we only really want about
How much you need?
a tenth
I
of
got,
this.
I
Have
got
you got a teaspoon? Right, so let's go with,
tablespoon.
yeah. So 1 tablespoon of that. Well, there we go, in we go. Like you said earlier, it's important not to be too overly
Too
sweet.
over sweet, yeah.
Okay, there we go. And then we're going to bring this up so the sugar melts, bring that up in the
Yeah.
heat, and then we'll
The
add the
heat
chocolate.
on.
We'll add the chocolate and the butter.
Do we need this? My pink.
Yep,
thing,
absolutely.
yeah?
You
Thank
need that
very
all
much.
day.
My pink. It's the kids to cook with me. Oh, it's boiling, it's boiling, it's
There we
boiling.
go, there we go.
Okay.
Right, so now we'll
I'll tell
take,
the story in a bit when we concentrate here.
now you've mixed it here, what's
Yeah.
happened is the sugar's all dissolved into the cream. That's
Yeah,
what we need to
okay.
happen. Now it's coming to the boil, we can take that off the heat.
Okay.
Now what you really want to do is leave that for about 5 minutes, just so the temperature drops a bit.
Yeah.
Because what we're going to do is we're going to, the very chefy word, we're going to emulsify the chocolate and the butter in. Basically what
okay.
it means is we're going to mix it together, but we don't want it to split. Because you've got
okay.
you've got fats in the cream, you've got fats
Yeah.
in the chocolate, fat in the
Yeah.
butter.
Yeah.
If it's too hot, it will split and it will go
separate,
grainy,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
not what you want.
Don't want.
So we'd leave that to cool down, right? But right now,
You're the chef, you do
right
it.
now, we're going to take chocolate here. So we've got, where am I looking? 125. So we've got about 110 grams of dark chocolate here. This is 70%, well, it's 72%, so 70% minimum for dark chocolate. So that can just go in. And the heat for the cream is obviously what's going to melt this.
Yeah, it's going to be a ganache.
Right, you
isn't
get
it?
back on with your unicorn spatula, you're in.
He's a sketch, use the unicorn. So, oh, I love this part. It's a,
Yeah, the
we do
chocolate
ganache.
just starts to give
This-
itself up.
Yeah.
Now the reason essentially we use almost half and half, just a little more chocolate than you do cream, is because obviously you've got a solid, you've got a liquid, you're looking for that perfect balance in the middle, where it's nice and voluptuous and sort of really luxurious and
Yeah, I love
feel
dark
when you eat it,
chocolate.
yeah.
I don't like, people probably loves the other chocolate. What's the name? Milky chocolate?
Milk, yeah.
I'm not it's not my favorite. I love dark. I even ate an 80% one.
And then here we have got
How many
20
butter?
grams of unsalted butter, which I'm going
Okay.
to rather clumsily take out of there.
Yeah,
There we go.
look at that.
Just let that melt in. So if we keep mixing that, once we're done,
Mixing my pink spatula. Goldy shiny.
now just a little if it goes wrong pro tip. If that starts to split and you'll notice it will start to go grainy,
Yeah.
you can add a drop of a splash of cold double cream at the side
okay.
and mix it in from there, and it'll just help because the splitting is all based on temperature. So it'll just make it cool that little bit, but what you've got here is perfect. Just really nice and together, glossy, silky, that's what you're looking for. Now, this is where you've got to make your decision. So now it's time to
I
add,
can't mix chocolate.
now it's time to add
And
your
not
nuts.
try- Can I try a little bit more? My mouth is full of water.
This is half the reason chocolate gets everywhere. I'm convinced. So now we just got to add the nuts in.
Oh.
So you can add as many of them as you like.
How much?
Well, you see how much you want to put in. Start with a couple of handfuls.
Let's. Should we measure? Because I want
go on
people
then.
to do at home.
So this is a tablespoon, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, so let's start off with, let's say, 10 of these, right?
10. 1, 2,
We want it to be a good nut flavour in there.
Yeah, I like the way you do because you can feel that the texture is amazing. So you roast this nuts all in on
Yeah, so I would roast them at 160 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes. Essentially, when you check in your oven, like go for 10 minutes, have a look in your oven, and when they're golden brown, and you'll see like they look glossy because it means the oils are starting to come out.
Yes, come
that
out.
oil's going to give you more flavour. Now we're going to need some more in there, aren't
Yeah.
we? Yeah, let's go again. So let's double that up. Let's do another 10. And also you can have as little or as much of this as you like. Personally, the more flavour the better as far as I'm concerned. And like you
Yeah.
said, that texture you get.
Yeah, I like that texture. Yeah.
I think that's 8, 9.
You
10.
probably guys counting. I didn't count. Oh man.
I think that's a pretty good amount because you still want that really nice, smooth chocolate
yeah,
ganache to eat, don't
but
you?
at the same time the crunchiness and
Yeah.
the texture, isn't it?
Lovely stuff.
Very good.
And then you want to cool that to about 30 degrees and and that's ready to go to your chocolates. So what we're going to do, this is where we get our trusty piece of greaseproof paper.
All right. Put the trusty greasy paper
There
there.
we go. This is the slow-mo action shot that
Okay.
everybody wants.
Oh,
So,
the slow-mo, Dave. Has to. Matt, you're going to put the slow motion on this.
all we're going
Turn
to do,
this way so Dave
Oh,
can
yeah, here
see.
all we're going to do, I've never held this in my right hand before.
Okay.
All we're going to do is we're going to drizzle this chocolate in so it fills that mold.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's go with that. Same as at the end of the process, give it a little tap.
Yeah.
And then, now, normally I would do this over my bowl, but we're going to have a bit of fun.
Oh
Turn it
my
upside down
Oh my god.
and make it rain chocolate.
My dress.
Now, all that excess chocolate you can obviously use again.
Yeah.
And then we turn it upside
around.
down and we just
Take that cess.
take it off. Done.
Oh, fantastic. That is done. Yeah, we cannot move too much because we want them settled, isn't it?
And you'll end up with
We end up with the other one.
something that looks a bit like this.
Oh, something that looks a bit like this. Look at that. Great job.
They
Great
will
job.
take about 20 minutes once you've done that, about 20
Yeah.
minutes in the fridge just to set up, and then they're ready for your filling.
So after we're done, we put the chocolate inside here.
Yep.
So just to make the shells, then put in the fridge for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Or it will get hard like this, and then it's ready for put
Ready
the
for the
filling.
next.
So now we got our shells ready
Yeah.
and dry and not dry, hard. You call
Set,
hard?
I'd say. That's for the show after dark.
Okay. This is afterwards with David. They make sure they make that clear. Let's do the filling. The
So
filling is
filling our
already done.
piping bag is
Yeah.
always the safest way to go when you're filling
Yeah.
such a
Yeah.
small cavity.
If
Brilliant,
people
this is
doesn't,
terrible.
if people doesn't have their piping bag, they
Piping
can do
bag, I mean,
it.
you
they
can buy it
do-
from any supermarket.
Yeah.
You really, if you're trying to spoon it in, you're going to be sort of messing around because what we want is like a flat level on the top.
Okay.
So you don't want it to be too much messing, but like I said, piping bags you can buy in any supermarket.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah,
and all we're going to do, so we don't want to fill the thing right up because we need to leave room for the cap that we did earlier.
Then we did the first, yeah.
And if it's too full, what will happen is when you put your chocolate in, it'll blend. So when you scrape it, you'll have gaps, you'll have holes, you'll have
okay.
fillings that will soften. It's just not what you want to do.
Okay, so
just up to about there, and then you know it's going to relax. Well, I know it's going to relax. Oh, that's a shame. Good catch. So you know that's going to level out to about there. Now I would usually go a little fuller than there, but essentially,
it's the little piece that I took.
there you go. That's it. That's absolutely wrecked it. Let's bin this. We'll start again.
Let's start again.
So now we can just go in and we work our way along.
Okay, so you always leave like a millimeter.
Yeah, probably 2 mil.
Yeah.
Do you want to go?
Well,
You're up. No pressure. Nice and gently.
bloody hell.
Oh, looking like you've done this
Hazelnut.
before.
That enough?
There you go.
Is that enough? I'm not. as-
Maybe a touch more. Give it half second more. And there you go. That's what you want.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, it's good fun.
It's gonna be my new thing now. Problem is how much times I need to go to the gym to lose all that because I cannot look at them and not eat it.
You could do this on the
How
treadmill,
can
I
you do
suppose.
it? How can you do this without? How much chocolate do you eat a day?
Very little, to be fair.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have to taste your filling recipes. But
Okay.
it's not like I sit around with,
Is that
with
enough?
like the
Is
bag
that
of
all
chocolate.
right? I don't want to mess up.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it?
Because it will settle. So you see now how you piped it here. And see the first one I did? It's settled
okay.
and flattened. What you can always do, if you've got a ganache, because obviously you want it to set, if it's too firm, you can warm it. Even in the piping bag, you can warm it for sort of 5-10 seconds in the microwave and it'll just loosen it up again. This is why I always say you want to be working with it at about 30 degrees because it'll be a liquid.
Make some
Tap
noise.
straight onto the floor. Now, if you left that for, you know, see that it's starting to flatten all the way along. If you left that for sort of 5 minutes or so, they would all just flatten down.
Yeah.
And then you're ready to go.
So it's what we did the other one. So
Yeah.
we already got one on the fridge.
So this, when it
this
goes
is what
into
we
the
did.
fridge to set, you're looking at about an hour and a half. What that'll do, because the chocolate shell is only just set, the ganache needs to set for a little while.
Yeah.
But if you do it for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, then A, the ganache in the middle will set, and B, more importantly,
I got some chocolate.
the
on my hand.
sugars in the chocolate will release from this mold. That's what you need to be able to get them out.
Oh, I see.
So you'll be able to see, and this is going to be tough with this filling in. You see this one here, it doesn't look like it's in contact anymore.
Anymore. Oh,
Which
okay.
means the sugars have released. And it's still in the mould, obviously, you can see it.
But it's
that
easy
means
to take it out.
it's ready to go. Because what you don't want is them to stick in the moulds.
Yeah.
And then you'll be hammering away on it and you'll crack things
Let
and
me
whatever.
wash my hands because I got chocolate in my hands. I'm gonna be licking my hands. Right, so we got already one settle, and then we already put that process that we did at the end. So now, when this is settled, we're gonna put the chocolate on top to finish up, right? So we already did this process already. So
We're so
let's
well
do.
prepared.
Oh yeah, we we're professional.
That's it.
Let me get the one in the fridge then.
Excellent.
Right, so now we're ready.
We're ready. The moment of truth.
moment of truth.
No pressure
No
at
pressure.
all.
Go on. You do it. I'm not
Okay,
gonna
okay.
touch.
Now, I'm going to set myself up here.
Okay.
Ideally, all of
come.
these will pop out in one nice, easy motion. We'll see.
Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Should we give it a magic tap?
Okay.
There we go. Let's see how many.
Please,
Please,
Steve.
some of them. Oh, we were so close. We were
Just
so
missing
close.
two.
There we go.
Oh, man. Look at that beauty. Cheers, babe. Cheers. Oh, mom.
Where's that snap?
Guys, that camera there. This is divine.
It's good.
Come. Matt, one for you.
Cheers, B. Cheers, Mike. Nice.
It's a day well spent.
This is for us today. All done. I need to go back and finish to eat this amazing chocolate. You're a genius. You're gonna be.
Thank you very
I
much.
wish you all the best because I think you're gonna go. We're gonna fly high. You think you're subestimating yourself. Is that word subestimating?
Underestimate.
You underestimate, subestimating. You underestimate yourself because this is amazing. I think you're gonna fly high.
That's the plan.
And, up to the sky, and I meet you there because the show gonna be everywhere as well. With this recipe, gonna add the cherry on the cake.
There we go.
Cherry on the cake.
All the chocolate on top.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's for us today, guys.
you, guys.
See you in the next episode. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and all the social media. Bye, guys!
Nossas noites são demais. Fique até mais tarde, não se vá antes da hora certa de acabar. Acho que essa festa não terminará. Taças de champanhe.